We are the MVP.
On what take? What take exactly you talking about?
B-roll banter.
You don't need no B-roll banter. Not everybody gets to see the fun stuff behind the scenes.
Doesn't hurt to have it.
True.
Oh my goodness, I am hairy as hell.
Hey, yo, all right, bro. See, this is.
I can't say that.
Nah, because see, we don't know what you're looking at, and that makes it worse. Yeah, that's not
B-roll
that's
banter.
not TOS. That's not TOS, my man.
That's cancellation. Yo, that's cancellation.
Yeah, no, DDG. Yeah, he ain't had like.
He was dead serious.
He was like, "Wait,
that cancellation?"
He was like, "You didn't hear what you said?" He was like, "Wait, I said, wait, what did I say again?"
That shit was fire, though.
It was.
It really was fire.
And then she was in there complaining, like, "Nah, sometimes you gotta break barriers."
She should have just let them bars fly, man. He was in the zone.
Exactly. Now he got to rethink what he's saying.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir. Question is, are you ready?
You recording already?
Oh, of course. I've been recording. B-roll, man.
All right, cool. What the fuck is that?
People donate? That's crazy.
Shit, I wish. All right, so this thing gonna tell me when I get new subscribers. Let me turn that off.
That's nuts.
Pause alert cue. Here we go. And I see that your channel's finally getting subscribers now. You're getting some uptick in the video views.
Yeah, I just all it took.
Sometimes you just gotta see what's working and go in that direction, right?
Yeah, Jeff Hardy's more over than LA Knight. Who knew?
You made an LA Knight video? Oh, you talking about that US title picture thing?
Yeah. They saw LA Knight in the thumbnail. Was like, yeah, we ain't clicking on this.
Hey, and I see that AEW one is kind of almost at 700 with that one. Okay, you might just be an AEW channel and don't even know it.
When you start out with when your third video is an AEW video and it gets 6K, it kind of should have went that direction.
But then again, you have other people on the channel who you guys are doing your thing with. But on the topic of AEW, I have a job for you. A bit of a brouhaha. Brouhaha is wrong word. I have a mission for you. You ready for this mission?
What's the mission?
This mission is going to be real simple. For you, at the very least. For me at the very least. For you, it's going to be hard because you have to convince me. I want you to give me 5 reasons on why I should watch AEW. Now, before you do, I want to start this out by saying my most fondest memory of AEW, and you remember this, was when I was doing the AEW live stream. I forget which pay-per-view it was. You know what I'm going to say?
Your favorite moment from AEW?
I didn't say favorite. Where you hear favorite?
Oh, you mean most memorable?
I said my fondest moment of AEW. Not to you, but I want you to guess what my fondest moment of AEW will be. I started out with saying I remember I was doing a live stream of AEW pay-per-view. If nothing stood out to you so far, I'll keep going.
Here's the thing. Because there's only one moment I remember from the AEW pay-per-view. And to me, I found it to be one of the most hilarious clips. So I don't know if this is the same thing.
Let me see if you get this right. Go ahead.
So there was a ladder match, right? And it involved the Young Bucks and involved Lucha Rose. And you took a nap and you woke up and you were flipping. It was still flipping all over the place. I remember that too. I was like, yo, man.
Completely impromptu. I did not warm him up for that. Yo, I sat there doing that. I don't know how long that pay-per-view was on for. I think that match was in the middle of the card. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. You see,
it wasn't even the last
AEW.
match.
That's the thing though. AEW back in the day, he used to try to run WrestleMania cards at every pay-per-view, and that was not the move. That was not the move at all.
Yo, I'm sitting here watching the Bucks versus the Lucha Bros on a live stream, and next thing you know, I'm waking up like yo, I was asleep.
Just woke up like, wait, where am I at? Is it the next day yet?
I had to look at the chat like, oh, I was asleep.
Yeah, we were in there like, yo, is he good? Everybody was like, yo, I think he's sleeping, and I'm like, nah, he ain't sleeping.
Yo,
That's great.
I know how Academics felt when he was listening to that Drake album and he fell asleep on stream. Yo, I was gone.
It makes perfect sense that it's Young Bucks match will do that to you.
Like, it's like some things are for me and some things aren't, right? And that match, I want to say, I've never gone back to watch the whole match, but that match, at least at that time, I don't know about now because I don't know what they do now, but at that time, that match was like the epitome of AEW. Am I off base? Like, is that like kind of how AEW was a bit structured? Like, just outside of what Cody was trying to accomplish over on his side. But the main part of AEW, that was AEW. And I was just like, it's gone.
I'll confirm from AEW's beginnings, this is what it started out like. And it was even worse. Waiting to start first beginnings, like, I don't know if you remember the very beginning of AEW, like the culmination of the beginning of it.
I gave it a chance. I was there. I was streaming and all of that. I gave it a shot.
There was a dude in a battle royal with no legs.
Oh wait, I don't remember that. If that was on those pre shows, I wasn't watching the pre stuff.
I think that was like the first Double or Nothing, the first ever Double or Nothing. That's what started like before they started the AEW shows. I think they had a battle royal to see who's gonna fight for the world title, and they had a dude with no legs in the battle royal. I was like, "Yep, this is something."
Who did he beat? Like, wait, they went with Zach Gowen? It was Zach Gowen?
No, Zach Gowen had one leg. This dude had no legs.
Oh no, they tried to one up these dudes. All right. So that's my fondest memory of AEW, right? And from that moment on, it was just straight downhill for me. Punk came after that, right?
Correct. Punk came in 2022, I believe.
Right. And I tried to give him a chance. After that. And it didn't work to me. To me, it didn't work. So like, even when he was there, you know, and they started Collision, I'm like, all right, you know, I see the initial pop, but I'm looking like these ratings are going down. I don't think people are fully buying in like they think they did. I didn't know that they would plummet as much as they did after he left.
You see, my friend, you're jumping around the barrel. See,
but they
started on Rampage first, and then when CM Punk got
hit. That's right. He did start on Rampage, but they started the Collision show thingamajig. But I was just
after he got back.
Yeah, I was just bringing that up as a, you know, because people like to say that AEW was going down after CM Punk left, and I'm like, no, it was while he was there too. Like, people just they want to look at it with these rose-colored lenses. No. It was even with him there, it was already going downhill. Not talking about the product, but just the numbers and the interest. So your job today, Marquez of the MVP's Lounge. You know what? Before we continue on, that's the channel that you represent. I want you to tell me, when are the MVPs going to get on and do some content? Like the original 3 MVPs.
When are the 3 original MVPs going to come on and do some content? Well,
3 including yourself. So that's you.
I'll tell you. Well, listen, the MVPs don't happen without me. I'll tell you that straight up. First and foremost.
Okay, yeah, your parts. All right.
Yeah, I'm head of the table. The crew don't go nowhere without Luffy, so I'm just letting that be known. All right, they go.
That's not true. That's not. They went to Wano without Luffy.
Hey, listen, they gave him an order though.
He gave the order.
Not
Yes,
going,
that's true.
yeah,
He gave.
you're not going to
Okay,
do
all
it.
right,
Yeah.
all right, all right.
No.
They went to Zoe without Luffy, and that was on Sanji's order. He allowed it, but that was on Sanji.
And you know what's funny? Sanji's Kudo, and Kudo don't. Never mind. That's
Neither here nor
that's
there.
not.
So you don't
that's
know
not
when it's
delving
going
in.
to happen.
When it's
All
going to
right,
happen? No, I know what's going to happen. It's going to happen on Friday.
Fair enough. Cool. So I want you to tell me. I'm going to plug your channel down in the description on my channel, and on your channel, you're going to structure your thing a whole different way. But I want you, Marquez of the MVPs, to give me 5 reasons. I just want 5 reasons on why you feel as though I should give AEW another chance. Why should I, or other people that have left AEW high and dry, give them another chance?
All right. Well, my friends, WYZA.
You're not going to monotone me out. That's
People
off the top. You're not going to monotone me out. What was that?
Wait, what you mean? What you talking about?
You're not going to start off with, well, my friends. You're not going to start me out.
Let me get into my bag. Let me get in my bag.
You're not going to start off sounding like the Undertaker. No.
People of the MVPs Lounge and people of the over the top WYZAverse. Okay.
I don't.
Look, let's get straight into it.
He's cringing me out already, dog. What we doing?
No, we
you could have just said the crash outs and made it easy.
See, but you didn't make that official yet. But I guess you're gonna make it official now. I guess.
I mean, once I make merch, but go ahead, continue. Tell me.
All right. The crash outs and my people of the MVPs Lounge. Okay, AEW has been cooking for the past year and a half now. Year and a half they've been cooking. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to see it. I wanted to like overshadow it sometimes and leave it on the back burner. But it has been cooking. Let me tell you why. Okay, let's get to reason. Here's why you, my friends, need to witness.
Are you convincing them or me?
Both. Them. You.
I asked you to convince me. I'll handle them.
All right, cool.
Just me. Just me. You got to convince me. I'm the hard cookie here.
This is true. Well, let me first start by starting with this. Tony Khan has been watching wrestling for over 30 years.
Wait, time out. You start off and the first thing you say is the words Tony and Khan.
Correct. Because he's the one that runs, books, and does everything, all the above. So this is what you're going to be watching regardless. So let me start with that.
Wrong foot. All right, go ahead.
No, we got to start there. This is where we have to start. We got to start with reason 5. And Tony Khan has been watching for 30 years. And for those 30 years that he's been watching, here's the biggest pro of Tony Khan watching for 30 years. He's a fan of wrestling in all forms and fashion. He's seen attitude.
Wait. Stop. You get 5 reasons to convince me on why I should watch AEW.
Yeah.
And you're giving me a deep dive on Tony Khan. I've already turned the channel. I'm gone.
That's great. You can't turn the channel. Yeah, you gotta let me.
Start me off with a bang. Like, give me Tony Khan.
I can't. Yes. All right. Cool. So he's witnessed when WWE was at its greatest. So that's what he's trying to bring to AEW in terms of first one, the music. Everyone's theme songs in AEW is 10 times better than anything you'll ever hear in WWE unless they're Samoan.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I want to make sure I'm understanding you.
Yes.
You went from watch WWE when it was at its greatest.
Right.
And then you said, you went to start with the music.
Yes, I have to start with that first because anybody that watches wrestling like you do currently of WWE products on Mondays and Fridays, when you tune in, the first thing you see from a wrestler is their theme song. It's the first thing you hear out the gate.
You hear their name, but let me just rewind a little bit here. You said he watched WWE when it was at its greatest, and what did you say right after that?
That he witnessed WWE when it was at its greatest. He has music in AEW.
No. Before that.
I said something before that.
Yeah, it was as if you were saying that he was trying to emulate the good days of WWE.
Yes.
And then you talked about the bad music.
Correct.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
You see, okay. You see what you did there, right? I'm going to emulate the good days of WWE by talking about the bad music.
No, I'm saying that AEW has great music in comparison to what the wrestling product you watch currently.
But all right, go ahead.
Did
you
I
said the good of WWE, and then you said the bad. Which one is it? The good or the bad?
What you watch the good. You watch the good part.
What are we emulating? Are we using the right words? Or what are we emulating? What are we copying?
He's emulating the greatest parts of WWE, which was the Attitude Era and going to Ruthless Aggression.
Okay, say that. All right, so you're saying that the music in those eras was good?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so yes, so the music during that.
I don't agree, but you can go ahead.
You don't agree with that the music in those eras were good?
Not that they weren't good. I just didn't think that they were anything to write home about. But you also got to remember that I was around during ECW, where they actually used copywritten music that matched extremely well with those wrestlers. You can't beat a good New Jack theme.
Or Sandman.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Okay,
like WWE, their top guys had really good themes that matched their personalities and personalities.
To me, that era, every song that came out for everybody, whether you had been a jobber or main eventer or mid card, they had a theme song, whether it be great, but it was memorable. Like it's something that.
All right, I want you right now. I want you to hum A-Train's theme. Go.
A-Train's theme.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God, I don't even remember what the hell that
is. you just said
I did. But to be fair though,
and you said down to the jobbers. I ain't even give you a jobber.
I mean, look, okay, give me a little more.
I don't see much. Now that is yo.
I'm gonna need like a I don't know, like a hurricane or you mean like a.
Nope, I'm going to give you another 2 minutes to drive this point home. Uninterrupted. Go.
All right, circling back now, as I stated, the music, the promos.
You like the Young Bucks music?
The Young Bucks aren't they're not my cup of tea.
Continue.
All around. They're not my cup of tea all around. Oh God, man, it threw me off the wheel. The promos.
That's what I do.
Okay. They're authentic. They get creative freedom. And look, sometimes creative freedom is a con. No pun intended, Tony Khan. Like sometimes creative freedom is a bad part, but it allows the wrestler to show you who they truly are and be their authentic self without having to really like a drive home of this written scripted point. You know, some wrestlers don't do the whole scripted thing. The scripted thing sometimes throws them off, and sometimes they might even stumble on their words. You know, it's things like that help out these guys in AEW.
But what if they have their own creative freedom to do their own thing and they still have the same result of somebody that fumbles on the scripted? I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be interrupting you. Continue.
No, you're right. No, if somebody.
How'd you feel about Will Ospreay's last promo on Dynamite?
Here's the thing on Will Ospreay. His accent is so like English that sometimes when I'm listening to him, sometimes the words don't come off as clear as they should.
I feel you, bro. All right, go ahead, uninterrupted.
Yeah,
let's go back to it.
And then, so yes, and character-wise, people are allowed. Again, they pitch the idea, they want to do this, they'll do that. You know, like Tony Khan is willing to let anybody do what as they feel. Look at, it's not a fantastic example, but look at what we got with Miro. Miro started out as just a party bachelor at first to Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. You know, he was just he was the best man. But then guess what happened? They saw that wasn't working out. Guess what he became? The Redeemer. You know,
he was fire.
The Redeemer was fire. He had a fight with God, and you know he didn't win. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, you know, it's sometimes you go through these points in your career where certain things you have to evolve and change, and you always don't get that choice.
Didn't Vince McMahon lose to God too, or was that Shane? One of them two. Go ahead.
One of them lost. Well, yeah, one of them lost. They both were in the same church. But yeah, they give
like,
you
what was it? Like God was Shawn Michaels' partner or something.
Yeah, like it was weird. And then he was like, yeah, if I'm wrong, he was in church where Shane was like, if I'm wrong, God, shoot me down now. And Shane was like looking around like backed up.
Wild. Oh, and people were telling me about Triple H. I'm sorry, this is not about Triple H.
You know, it is.
This is not about Triple H and his lack of being able to produce compelling and or entertaining TV. He can't produce God. He can't Vince produce God. So we're not going to go there. Continue on. Are we still on point 1 or are we on point 3?
No, this still just point 1.
Oh no! All right, go ahead.
Actually, no. That was the end of point 1. Actually, yeah. Oh wait, no, it's not. Actually, no, I forgot another part. The wrestling aspect. They put wrestling first, and what I mean by that is, when you watch a week-to-week show on wrestling, when the wrestlers in the ring aren't putting on a good enough product for you, or if you have somebody like a Jey Uso whose moveset lasts only like 3 moves, things can get boring.
That's your man's though, ain't it? Ain't that your man's?
That is my man's. But
that's
guess what?
Man's.
It's hey, you know what? You said something before. You said the bell has to ring too.
But that's your man's.
He is. I'm still going to yeet when the time comes. But when the bell rings, I'm gonna be like, all right, bro, hit the spear and let's get about it.
That right there tells us what what I'm listening to right here. The Jey Uso fan is going to convince me to watch AEW. Carry on.
Well, guess what? Wrestling comes first.
You can't even convince me on why I should pay attention to Jey Uso, but carry on.
That's I'm not gonna get into that.
Don't try that one.
Yeah, I need a backup partner for that one. I don't got that's Kudo's job. Kudo can do it. Kudo can do it by himself. I can't do that.
That's your man. It's your man's in there.
I can't. I don't got that in me. I don't got that power. But yes, wrestling comes first to them. That's their thing. They say this is where the best wrestle. They're not lying to you. This is exactly where the best wrestle. If you want to watch a weekly show, unfortunately, look, if you're watching week to week and you're stuck watching a product that may give you a boring match here or there, you're not getting that in AEW. Every person that wrestles in AEW will give you 100%. Even a guy like Orange Cassidy, they'll throw him in the main event against.
I want to call a timeout. I want to time out you again. What makes for a great match? You said great matches. What makes for a great match? And you said the best wrestlers wrestle here. What makes for that? I would think, me personally, I would think that that's subjective. But what makes you think that lies true?
So over the course of the 5 years AEW has existed, I was trying to find the reason why I watched at first. Because when I was watching, I saw guys like Orange Cassidy. I saw guys like Jack Perry. I saw people like Sammy Guevara. I'm naming all these small, frail people for a reason. So walk with me here. I even saw people like Darby Allin. And over the course of those years, I was wondering to myself, why do these people get certain pushes? Why do they keep coming on TV? And why do they keep getting main event or mid card or belts? Or why are they getting these kind of, extensions of AEW?
Hey, you don't got to give me like 12 minutes per point. You could like do these in 2 minutes.
Oh no, of course. But my point here is mainly is that
4 hours at your pace.
Hey, I'm trying to convince you. Remember, it's a hard process. All right. So, and once I get to the next points, it's going to be a lot easier. This one just happened to go this long.
All right. This is your setup. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yes, the wrestling from each person I've seen in every match, they're always going to give you the 110% best. And what a good wrestling match to me is trying to keep the people invested from start to finish. Even in the middle, when you're trying to take your breaks, make it interesting. Even during commercial break, even doing everything. I've seen it on a live basis when I was there live, and even after that, you keep the people on their toes.
Okay, so I can give you that, right? I can give you those points, and I could even say that from what I've seen and from what I hear, largely, I can agree with you. They do give their all pretty much in every match. Everybody in every match is trying to be the best match on the card, right?
Right.
And you said that, it's pretty much any boring moments. Like everything is all systems go. There's nothing boring about it, right?
Correct.
Right. So before we started this, what was my...
Don't do it. No. See, I know what you're doing. See, and you about to bring... Listen, and you know what? I'm going to counter that by saying this. Those dudes ain't been on TV in months. Ever since them belts got up off of them. They ain't been on TV in months. And the other dudes, they out of the company. Okay, so there you go.
Man, that's
there you funny. Go. There you go. Them dudes ain't been on TV since they lost the belts, and the mother dudes is out of the company.
So when will they come back? When it's time for them to win the belts?
We'll get. You know what? I'll get to that a little later on my next point.
Oh, okay. All right. So you was almost finished with this point. Go ahead.
No, this point's done. That's it.
All right. So point number 1. So far, I am not convinced. Continue.
Point number 5. Actually, we've been working from the least version of a point to the most important part. Next up.
But dude, that is good points. I do. Hello.
No, you here?
Screen went black for a second. I don't know why.
So when I switch things for some reason, it sends you out, and I gotta send you back in. It's crazy. No Diddy. Continue.
So I'm good on your end.
Yeah, no Diddy.
All right. So what I was going to say is that is good points of people actually putting on a good wrestling show, because with WWE, that's what we ask for. We do ask to see good wrestling. Can we get some good wrestling? Like, give me something compelling in the ring as well as I'm just trying to tell a story. So I'll concede to that. But it doesn't bring me.
Oh, I know it's not.
It doesn't bring me into the building. It doesn't bring.
That's why it's the 5th point. That's why it's the 5th point, my friend.
No. I'm taking your 5th point. I'm just giving what my full response is to it.
Oh, I know.
Go ahead.
I'm agreeing with you. Which is why we're on point number 4. Crash outs.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, crash outs. See, AEW is the king. The pillar of crash outs.
On the topic of crash outs, over in the membership section of my channel, I started posting some content over there. My very first video was I revisited my crash out of Cody Rhodes winning the title at Mania, because I wanted to see if my points today still stood. And yeah, I could have almost did that whole video line for line, bar for bar today. The shit would have just went in sync. It would have been like I was recording myself. That's how much I am still lock in step with what I said a year ago. But if you want to become a channel member, you can hit the join button right up under the video over on my channel. Over here on the MVPs, they'll get there. They'll have a join button soon enough for you to hit and become a channel member of theirs as well. And that's for people that want to go above and beyond to support the content. All right. Crash outs. Give it to me. I love me a good crash out. Come on.
Exactly. Hey, I love a good crash out as much as the next guy, and WWE only has a few crash outs. Only a few.
Only 3.
AEW,
so you go down to NXT. NXT, they starting to get some crash outs down there.
They do. They got a couple there too. But see, AEW is filled with crash outs.
Yeah.
And a crash out can happen verbally and physically. You know that, right?
Okay.
So let's start with the physical. Let's start with the physical first. Okay. I'm gonna show you something real quick. People, WYZA.
Oh, so I gotta look at your screen?
Yeah, look at my screen.
I've been too busy looking at myself this whole time. I got a mustache. I'm looking like a white man. No offense to white men. I love what.
No. Hey, yo, all right.
Back of the truck! Darby Allin is a lunatic. Oh! And he is getting his spine bouncing like a beanstalk.
Hold on now. Jesus Christ. That's good crash out material. What's this right here? Who's these people? Is that Darby?
So, yes, that was Darby and that was Cesaro. So, Death
Right. So, are you saying that Darby's the crash out?
No. Well, yes, he can crash out here or there occasionally when he's
they're crashing out on Darby. Is what you're saying?
They crashed out on Darby. So he tried to jump on their.
No, Darby's not a crash out. He's just an idiot.
Yeah. No, he's a daredevil. That's what he is. And he decided to jump on the truck of the Death Riders. So Cesaro had to get rid of him. So as you saw, he's
Hurts, don't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Now we have to get to the verbal crash outs as well, because verbally crashing out on somebody is always nice to see. You know, again, the mic work of people in WWE only goes to a certain limit. You're kind of peaked, you kind of stop at a certain point. You don't get to say as much as you should. In AEW, though, again, as I said, it's free reign. You can say what you want.
Do they really?
There's no better. Yes, because there's no better than my.
Before you give me that crash out, let me question that.
Okay.
All right. You can say whatever they want. Is anybody that you're going to name, are they black? Anybody that you're about to name?
No, because this is the best one and he's not black.
All right. So let me take one of the words away. Do any of them say fuck, shit, or damn?
They do occasionally, but that's not the point. It's about more than just cursing.
More than okay. But they can say fucking AEW?
Yes.
Like on the mic?
Yes.
Okay. Can they say can they call somebody if shit?
Well, you see that one, I don't think we got into that one, but here's the thing though. I can see there's two people in the company. I can see them saying it at some point. I don't know when. They may never say it, but I can see two people saying it.
That one almost came out.
Yeah. There's two. Yeah, that's crazy. But the best crash out on the Jesus Christ, the best crash out on the mic in AEW is always going to be my boy Christian.
Another question, Nick. How many world titles did your biological father ever win? You should be thanking your lucky stars that I found you. Because you could have ended up like a loser, like your father. A coward that died in front of your mother's face. Something that would never happen to me.
I
like the part when he was talking trash to her too, but I digress. I fucks with.
Oh yeah, I had that part linked up too, but I was like, not. It's just like it started out with me popping for that, and then it gets to that part where it's like, yo, that just I
like that crash out energy from Christian. I can't believe I'm saying this because I have grown up hating Christian.
Yep. No.
90% of all Canadian wrestlers hate him, especially Bret Hart. Fuck that guy. And that's not even because I'm a Shawn Michaels guy. I wasn't. I was a Sid guy. Continue on.
Exactly. Like, no, they Christian says any and everything on the mic. Like, it baffles, because again, when I first saw it was with Jungle Boy. When it was like, I didn't want to be your father figure. But you have a father, but your father's dead. So I had to be the father in your life. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, the amount of times he goes out, everybody's dead.
But is that a crash out or is that insulting?
I consider it a crash out only because how he goes about it. Because it starts out, because again, if it was like insulting, I feel like he would say it in a monotone. Saying it in like a yelling voice or raising your voice, I feel like you're crashing out on.
So that clip you just played, that was crash out?
Yeah, that was just a taste though. But that's the best guy in the company that does it.
Continue on.
Yeah, that's just the best guy in the company that does it. The second will probably be MJF. When in terms of crash outs on the mic,
MJF to me is boring on the mic.
He is, but here's the thing. Because
anytime I hear a promo of his, I've heard it 4 years ago.
And that's the thing. Most of MJF's things that he says are insults. Like, it starts out like that. Like, it's like, and when you see one MJF promo, you've heard it before, but it really depends on who he's facing in said promo. You know, it's kind of like a Cody thing where Cody needs a good person, a good villain that he can face. MJF needs a good person that he can face on the mic for him to really start going like in on that person. Like, let me give you just one example. I don't have that clip currently, but one great example would be Lexus King in NXT currently. See, before when he was in AEW, he was Brian Pillman Jr. And the insult that he had gave to him when they had to do a promo battle, the dude couldn't speak on the mic. It was not even there at all. So he was trying to push him during this promo to say something, and he didn't say like anything of worth. So MJF decided to go full throttle and was like, yeah, this is why your mom should have just, I'm not trying to get TOS on YouTube, but your mom should have
get TOS on mine. Your mom should have what? Swallowed you?
Yeah, there you go.
You afraid to say that?
No, I don't know.
I can't trust your next three if you can't say that.
I don't look. You can show my next 3, but I don't know if that's like TOS. That's my bad. Look, I don't need YouTube out of nowhere, just out of nowhere being like, hey, you getting your body.
The videos, dog. Go ahead.
Then all right, cool. I bet. But yeah, that's my main thing on crash outs. Majority of the people in the company, whether it be Hangman, Swerve, let's see who else we got on my list. We got Lance Archer.
Wait, stop. You want to bring up Lance Archer? Somebody who, let me turn my mic up. Somebody who, when he came into AEW, I was so hyped and ready for this guy to just become a murder monster. He was leaving out of Japan so on fire. I'm like, they can't possibly mess this dude up. And what did they do?
That is one thing. No, you're right. That is one thing Tony Khan needs to fix that.
And not only did they mess him up, it's been years. You're not going to say, all right, we had him on the shelf, now we're going to heat him up. Why are you bringing up Lance Archer to me? Tell me.
Okay. Because you like him? And yes, look, hey, I do agree. I've said it before on prior videos, Tony Khan needs another voice in his ear to assist with things like that. Lance Archer, Brian Cage. There's people on there that should be. Did
you hear Tony Khan's press conference or post-show, whatever press conference it was, where he was saying the company was great 5 years ago, been on a bit of a down, but now that I'm writing the stuff, it's gotten a whole lot better. It's because I'm writing the stuff. Did you hear that?
I didn't.
Let me see if I could find it. It's short. Jim Cornette covered it. And I'm gonna just play just Tony Khan's part for you. When I heard, my computer's moving a little slow. Okay. Make sure I spell it correctly. Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette. Where's the Tony Khan one? Hopefully I don't get hit with an ad. Tony Khan.
YouTube be giving you like 8 ads to get the video now.
Yeah, like there was one time at the start of the video, I tried to skip the first ad and 2 more came after that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what happened to 2?
And they getting wilder with their ads. They be having like the AI's kiss on screen. I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
that ad, man. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? All right, I found the video. I'm gonna play it. You let me know if you can hear it. Not yet. Let me hit refresh. And here's an ad.
Of course.
All right, let's see. I just got to find the part where. You can hear it?
No, sir.
Not at all?
Not at all.
All right, I'm going to give you the link with the minute mark, and then you could play it.
Where you going to place it? Wrestling chat?
All right, here we go. And let me hit the share for you. What's my minute mark right now? All right, I'll tell myself. 45 minutes. Okay. No, it's the editing minute mark.
Oh, okay, yeah. 41 minutes.
All right, 41 for you, 45 for me. Okay, I put it into the chat, and it should be with the time, so you can just start right from there.
Let's see. All right, inside the StreamYard chat.
Yep.
That's not what I'm trying to show here. Where is it at?
The private one?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it. Why is it not? Okay, it just popped up. That's weird. All right. Should I share this or should I just keep it on my own screen?
You can share it. It's fine.
All right, bet.
Jim Cornette just does a picture.
Drugs on behalf of the viewer.
I didn't hear from Bill Bodkin with the pop break, and he'll be followed by Bill Pritchard from WrestleZone. Bill writes, you mentioned the improved quality of Dynamite and Collision in your upfront remarks. What do you attribute this marked improvement to?
That's a great question. I think there was 5 years ago, around the same time, on the path to the original Revolution.
Pause it.
I made New Year's resolutions to myself, and I felt.
So every time you hear that ding, it's going to be because he says something about the product being great. So that's just context. You're going to keep hearing that. So that's why.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Like the television in January, February, and into March 5 years ago, around the original Revolution, was better and some of the best television we ever did. And every week we delivered a great show. We never took the foot off the gas pedal. And I think there are many elements that make a wrestling show great. And I made a promise to myself 5 years ago, around New Year's, going into 2020 at the end of 2019, that we were going to deliver great shows every week. And really the big thing I told myself, this is no secret, I said it back then, so you can go back and look at the interviews. I told myself, if I don't like something and somebody pitches me an idea, I'm not going to be nice anymore. I'm just going to tell them, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. And I have really pushed back on a lot of stuff in recent months, where a large percentage of what you're seeing is being handwritten by me. And that is the exact same thing that I did 5 years ago. And it worked really, really damn well.
Hold up. So basically what he's just said is 5 years ago, I made a New Year's resolution. I'm going to try to start doing a good show every week. And I guess by implication, but yeah, later on I quit doing that. So now it's 5 years later, but I'm promising myself to do it again. What is he fucking talking about? What is great about any of this? And why does it take him 5 years to think, I should do more great stuff? And why did he come to the original realization, yeah, I should try to do a really good TV every week? Like that's something that is a revolutionary thought. You know, most weeks I'm just going to try to get by, and maybe every once.
All right, I'm going to cut him there only because here's the thing on Tony Khan. In the beginning, which was a big problem with AEW, was this man was taking all the motivational ideas, all the booking from his EVPs, quotation marks, the Young Bucks, Kenny, Hangman, Cody, all of them. And as we know, Vince, when Vince has an idea, when Vince does something, that's Vince's idea. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Whether it be garbage or fire, it's his idea. He came up with it. That's how it works. And that's Tony Khan and Tony Khan, yes, he should be taking input from people, but he shouldn't be forcefully using said input to just be end all be all. Especially when in terms of like, if he's saying that he was booking and then he stopped, and then now years later, now he's decided to book again, and just so things can be great again. It's like, because like what year was this again?
2019. But let's go back to the points. I just wanted you to hear Tony Khan saying he's taking credit for all of the shit now, but it used to be trash. All right, but go ahead.
Right. Which I mean, God, Tony Khan. Where's my image back? What was that? Crash outs. Actually, no. That was my point with crash outs. So we're gonna move on to point 3. So we can go straight into belt usage. Wow, I can transition screens without having to cut off. Wow, look at that, fix itself. Title usage on the shows. As we know, AEW does have a lot of belts. It does. Maybe just a tad bit too many at this stage in their livelihood, because his roster has trimmed down since where it was. But yes, they have too many belts. With that being said, he finds a way to feature majority of the belts weekly and on pay-per-views.
All right. That's a good thing. That's good.
Yes. He finds a way to always, like this guy's Revolution. this past Revolution, yes, he didn't have the trios titles, but in storyline, the Death Riders were dead, so they couldn't really be on the show. And the TNT title, I don't think Garcia had a storyline placed in yet because he was kind of still doing trios matches at the time. So yeah, besides those two belts, everything else is on the card.
Okay, I'm with that.
So yeah, there's that. That's point number 3. That was in the middle.
That was it.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's really point number 3.
That could have been your number 5. All right, go ahead. But no. I'm with you though. That's one of my biggest complaints with WWE is having these champions and not doing anything with them. It doesn't help advance the story when they're just sitting on their ass for 30 days.
Point number 2, Black Excellence.
You know what?
Black Excellence. Black is
all right.
king.
Go ahead. Let's do Black Excellence.
Yeah. Everything in AEW, whether you're African American, whether you're light skinned, it don't matter. You getting put over in some way, shape, or form. You're not a joke. You're not some trash dude. You're not making jokes. You're not doing it. You're taken seriously. Whether it be the Hurt Syndicate, whether it be Swerve. Shoot, there's people that I don't even like mess with like that. Like if you look at, let me give you an example. Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm gonna say the names. You're gonna laugh. Leo Rush and Action Andretti. Yes, I don't know about their.
Are they both black?
Andretti, I think he's light skinned, but that's neither here nor there.
So Action's Andretti, is he Andre or whatever his name is? He's black?
Yeah, he's half black.
Oh, okay. So he's like a Sol Ruka, this guy.
Yeah. And then Leo Rush we know is black. And again, besides their ring jackets with the spikes on it, I don't know if y'all mess with that or not.
Yeah, the New Age LOD. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they promo wise and vignettes, and they get taken seriously. They're put over. I mean, I'm not really like into whatever the hell they're doing there, but
they're getting time.
They're getting time, and
they're being treated like something.
Exactly. Precisely.
Okay.
You know, that's one thing I can't put over. Like WWE, they don't give you, especially. Oh man, it sucks to say, but in terms of Black excellence, if your name is not the Ruler Obafemi, you're not.
See, we don't even count that because you had Trick down there as well, and you got Wesley, who was treated well down there as well, also
Javon Evans
and Javon Evans. So we're gonna move NXT out of this. NXT is its own melting pot where they actually seems like they're trying to do things right over there. They just need some male stars. But I want to make sure that you get fully through this before I give you some pushback on it because I got pushback ready.
Now go ahead, go with the pushback.
Or you finished naming people?
Yeah.
Okay. So you went with Swerve, the Hurt Syndicate, and the New Age LOD, right?
Correct.
Okay. Black Excellence, you say, right?
Correct.
Okay. So
I know we're about to go with this too, but go ahead.
So by that, what you mean is that they are the way that they feature and present their black athletes is a lot better than what we see on WWE, correct?
Correct.
And with that, I could largely agree. But there are some outliers. One, do you feel as though the black athlete is important to AEW? Do you feel like they feel that way?
That's a great question.
So yes or no?
No, I'll say yes.
You say yes.
I say yes.
So, okay. So throughout history, you can kind of agree that the black athlete in wrestling just hasn't been put up to the same pedestal as the white wrestler or even the Samoan wrestlers. Can you agree there?
Yes.
Okay. So the thing that's been missing over years and over decades has been black representation to a level in which we can be seen on equal footing. Would you agree?
I'd agree.
All right. So currently, because we can say over the past 5 years, we can ask the question, where was this black excellence in AEW? We can ask that, right?
Yes, you can.
I could also, well, let me first get this out of the way. The mishandling and the complete ignoration, if that's a word, of black in WWE has been egregious, especially since the tenure of Triple H. We can agree there. I don't even have to ask you. The exclusion of even a mention of Black History Month has been egregious. You agree?
Yes. Yes.
I don't watch AEW. Was there mention of Black History Month in AEW?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
They, I can't 100% remember the vignette they promoted, but they put over a video package. I have to look it up. On their show.
Was it specifically, and there's a reason I'm saying this, and now I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to audience now. There's a specific reason why I'm asking this, and it's because of how the black community feels as representation in wrestling. We always feel like an afterthought. Our characters that we have that represent us are, you know, the jive turkey, dancing, comedy figure. Anytime we actually do get someone in there that should be someone that you look at that should be respected, or someone that looks like they should be a force, they end up getting downplayed. You could look at a Bobby Lashley, you could look at a Shelton Benjamin, and largely Swerve. Those guys in WWE were ostracized, for lack of better terms. So when we say, where is our mention of Black History Month, it's because when Vince did that, it felt as though he had the very least, even though black wrestling in wrestling is what it is and has been what it has been, at the very least, Vince acknowledged blacks. He acknowledged black history. Now, did he push them? He's tried to push some people, and sometimes they didn't connect, sometimes they did. And whatever role they connected in, he largely pushed them in that direction, a la A New Day. Even though it was a bit of a jive turkey, shucky ducky, quack quack type of faction, those dudes made tons of money because he saw what worked for them and he kept with it. Bobby Lashley, for some reason, it didn't connect, even though I don't see how you could drop the ball with the Bobby Lashley. Very easy to book. You stick him with, you had MVP, you had the Hurt Business, that should have worked. But then we can slide back over to AEW, and you said that there was, and I see that you put a link in there, but you said that they did do some sort of something for Black History Month, and we'll go there, if you found it. But I want to ask, what about the treatment of a Will Hobbs?
Yes.
What about the treatment of a Big Swole when they had her? Or name me the black women that they have in AEW that are striving. And please don't give me Sasha. Who knows what the hell she represents?
So I'm going to have to say this. So let's start Will Hobbs. Will Hobbs, I do agree. Yes, he does deserve better.
They've had 6 years.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And what did they do with him and Moxley when they finally put him in a spot with Moxley? What did they do with him?
They had him get cheated and then get choked out.
Like a what?
I ain't gonna say the word.
We're an hour in. Like a what?
Like a
bitch. Like a bitch.
Oh, never mind. Oh, we were going that route. Okay. All right.
I don't know what you were thinking. Oh, nah, that's crazy. Yo, whoa, that's dark. You can't Negro spiritual us right now. Oh,
hey, man, we on Black History Month, man. This is going
right. This is dark. You can't go there with it.
This is where we're
That's
at, man.
crazy.
We hour in, man. This is where we at.
That
But
was-
yes, Will Hobbs.
Give me the black women wrestlers. Go. You got Willow. I'll give you Willow.
Willow, Willow. Okay, fine.
All right, I'll take your Willow and
it.
I'll raise you. I'll take your Willow, and I'm gonna raise you an Ember Moon or whatever her name is today.
So Ember Moon, right? That's another one. They had her on TV, but for some reason now she's mainly in ROH. So I'm not sure.
Now she's always been in. They had her on TV for like a month or two. Sent her to ROH. She tore it up. Put on excellent matches that I actually seen and shared with the chat. Her and Willow tore it up.
Willow Nightingale, yep.
And yet she didn't get to sniff public air.
Good.
Why? She
That,
was putting on at that time. She was putting on way better matches than anyone else on the main roster of AEW. Way better, and they didn't even let her sniff air. Black representation, black excellence on AEW. Continue.
that's true, and I will give you that. That's you're factual, and that's kind of
Will
looks back.
Hobbs can star at this point. Will Hobbs should be at, if not higher than where Bobby Lashley is right now. But they had to bring in the Bobby Lashley to have a Bobby Lashley instead of creating a Bobby Lashley.
You're not wrong.
I know.
Okay, no, you're spitting facts. There's another person there's another man that left that also it should have been treated correctly.
Who you got there?
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks black? Is he?
Is he not?
Thought he was Italian or something. He's black.
Is he? Am I bugging? Is he not?
Starks. Is he black? Rick Starks, not Ricky. Is Ricky Starks black? Holy shit. This dude is black. Oh, nah, he need reparations on Ryback. Nah, this is crazy. I never knew he was black. I might be as mind blown now as I was when I discovered that Sol Ruka was half black. Holy shit. That's fire. All right, you got me there. Go ahead.
So
Treated him like shit as well. Continue on.
There are plenty. Yeah, there are plenty of people that should have been given a chance. As you pointed out, Ember Moon, Willow. She's currently getting pushed right now, but it's like when you look into push where?
Yeah, where?
Towards
like on an AEW roster or still in the ROH roster?
Willow on AEW roster.
I thought you said Ember Moon.
No. I said Willow. Like I said, Ember Moon. She deserved better. But I mean, like Willow, she's currently being pushed on the AEW roster.
Had the rocket strapped to her back.
She should.
I mean, did I say Ember Moon?
Or you said Ember Moon.
I meant Willow. If I meant Willow.
Oh.
Should have been had the rocket strapped to her back. That chick could have made a whole lot of money by now. A whole lot of money.
Honestly, that's who they should pick to beat.
This should have been 3 years ago.
No, I'm saying as of right now, like in specific meaning, like they should pick her right now to.
They should have get the Ozempic. Can I say that?
That one was a little crazy. That one was a little crazy. That one was a little crazy. That one was a little tad bit.
Think about the marketing budget they could have put behind Thick Willow.
Yeah.
And how much people related to that type of wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And how much hope she could give to people that are of that side. Like, you gotta work in demographics. Now she done went and hit the Lizzo diet, and now people ain't gonna fuck with her like that. She done lost the people that don't like body shamers. She lost them. They're gone. Continue on.
But that's I said already. That's one con to having creative freedom. When you're somebody like Mercedes, or you're somebody that's gonna push something certain in somebody's ear, like Tony Khan, like when Britt Baker had the belt, or when somebody else had the belt. Because I mean, think about it. Jade Cargill was the longest reigning TBS champion, was she not?
Yes, they treated her well, but that's because they saw marketing dollars behind her. But continue on.
Are you saying that they don't see marketing dollars behind Willow?
I don't think so. I think they're stupid when it comes to Willow.
All right, true. But yeah, no. In terms of the people that they have, you're not wrong. You can even look at a Private Party. Private Party, they in the beginning of AEW were put over and they beat the Young Bucks, but then the Young Bucks didn't want to give up any belts to them, And then fast forward, they would have great matches, but they would also just be just a tag team. They didn't really get the title up until recently when they finally got a chance to finally get the titles of the Young Bucks. Then they had one good segment with them, and then they were like not showcased because they wanted to get the belts on Bobby and Shelton. So they had Shelton and Bobby beat them and take the belts off of them. Now, that wasn't great booking on their part. You could have at least had Private Party be built up some more before you even got to that, but you kind of made it immediate. So that's not good booking on their part. Even though it's black on black crime, it's still, you didn't give respect to the other black people.
Speaking of which, I do want to say that they've done an excellent job in their presentation and booking of Swerve. Excellent job. However, and you know a however's coming. Tell me, how many other people are in a or near a position, same level of a Swerve? Black.
As of right now, there aren't any.
Ever. Give me ever in AEW. Ever.
And if we're speaking on ever, none.
Black excellence, he says. All right, how many of them are white?
A boatload.
And that's not a race bait. I'm just giving a counter argument to black excellence in AEW. You take all your black excellence and you shove them in a tag team and mid-card division. There you go. Next point. I mean, at least they're presented well, I guess. A couple of them are.
I've said many a times, when the Hurt Syndicate arrived, Bobby Lashley should have been placed in the main event. I firmly stand on that.
Maybe they were waiting on that small guy. What's his name?
Well, you see, here's the thing. They said they were going to offer a spot. They said they were going to offer a spot to Ricochet, and
that could have worked, but I think that Ricochet wanted to finally get a chance to stand out as his own character. So I don't blame them on that. But I'm talking about Cedric. I guess they were waiting on that. That's taking too long, so they kept.
But does he?
With Shelton as a tag team, so I get it. But no, you could have did
Shelton.
Shelton.
You could have taken another. You could have taken another black person
what other blacks?
Try to put him over.
Since we got this plethora of black excellence in AEW, what other black would we have that we could have put there? I would say Will Hobbs.
I was literally about to say that you could have taken Will Hobbs.
But let's say you don't. Give me another.
Wow. I would have taken Private Party under the wing. No more having this fun private parties that you keep trying to do. You know, you got a lounge and everything. You still on my gimmick as when we used to do the MVP lounge. So take the Private Party under your wing and have them be your tag team. Have Shelton be the mid card guy and have Bobby be the main event guy.
All right, cool. I think that we've given this topic about 25 minutes. Let's go to the next one.
We have, which is why we're gonna reach the final topic that should bring you in. Yeah, the final one. Plain and simple. Simple as it can be.
Okay.
Violence.
This doesn't go on crash in the category?
Nah, because you can crash out and not leave extreme violence on your screen. This word, the violence.
Oh, so you're talking about people dying, like people wanting to die.
Yeah.
I do be looking for the next Owen Hart, don't I? I can't say that back to back. That's
exactly, but it's already been said. It's already been said. You know,
I'm gonna have to put this in this section. I can't. There's no way I could put this second half of this in the public eye.
Nah, it can be put in the public eye. You know, sometimes you gotta catch a syringe to the mouth and some staple guns to the back. You know, it's things like this. That yes, I've seen plenty of Twitter backlash. People saying, this is a bit too much. It's too far. They shouldn't be doing this on TV. It's just, I'm not with it, and I don't know, and all that. And I'm on the different fence of it. I'm on the side of when we're in a blood feud, and we hate each other, and I gotta prove to you that the hate goes this far.
You're gonna stick. I know. Love me a good chair shot, though.
Like sometimes you gotta put the syringe in their mouth and then slap them in the face with a chair directly. Like that's how you got to do it.
Why not hit him in the cinder block though? If you really don't like him and you really trying to crash out, why not hit him in the face with the cinder block? See, but then you're gonna put over dude getting a fucking screwdriver to the top of his head, allegedly. The Mariah May and Chelsea Storm or whatever, all of that.
Tony Storm. Put respect on it. Put respect on her name, Tony Storm.
It looks miserable. Like that did interest me, but at the same time, Tony Storm's player build is so trash.
You be hating. Why you hating? Yeah. Why you hating? Why you hating?
That's straight. Because I keep seeing pictures of her body and it looks so garbage. Has she not sniffed a gym in the past 5 years? What is she doing? If you look at Toni Storm from the front, she looks crazy. She looks nuts.
Not like Deonna Purrazzo.
Deonna Purrazzo came back looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah,
all right, but they do have violence. They do got some ECW action going on. But the problem that I have with it is that they don't make it special because they just oversaturate their shows with it. Like if you're gonna have a crash out match like what you had between the two girls, then you don't do that. What's his name? Will Ospreay and don't do the Will Ospreay match. You can't do them like on that same show because it doesn't have the same awe factor. Because the first one waters down the second one. We only need one. You could give us danger, but if you're going to give us attempted murder, don't give it to us twice. And if you're going to give us 2 attempted murders on the same show and not an ounce of blood coming from Don Moxley's head, or what's his name, Jonathan? If you can't give us an ounce of juice coming from Moxley, something went wrong here. Somebody did this.
So I'll point out that during the review,
that Jonathan Moxley bled.
It's actually been a while, surprisingly.
Yeah, he's been going around just juicing himself. Like, why he ain't juicing himself no more?
That's a great.
He ran out of blood. This guy.
He might have. They probably started telling him you can't keep giving you blood transfusions.
Yeah, that might be it.
So, but look, I pointed out, yes, the violence.
So yeah,
on the
I
show.
do like violence. I'm a big fan of the violence, but older me, I'm just like, I don't need it to be 30% shit. Like one is good enough. You could give me violence, but like I don't want gore on like all your shit. Younger me, when I was in my teenage years, loved it on ECW. ECW pretty much was promoted as that, so you knew what you were getting coming into it. And if you didn't get it, you felt cheated. But here, I'm just like, is that necessary? Is that what you need to do to pop the crowd? I don't know. Call me hypocritical. I call it me aging up. Like me personally. Not saying that anyone else that likes that thing is young. Not saying that. But just my own personal development. It's just like, I don't need that much. Like, it's cool with a match. Give me where I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. But then to follow up the next match doing the same thing, not the next match, but 2 matches later doing the same thing. I'm like, I can't even enjoy it the same way here because I just got a fucking bloodbath over there with the hoes.
I agree.
They got a horrible body build.
Kicking out like doing this. I
done got kicked out the lounge before.
Well,
all right. So, do you think that you sold me on watching AEW?
I've sold you enough that you'll check out the next show, and then when you check the next show, you're going to see Moxley and Edge in the main event in a street fight, and you're going to turn it off. And I get that because I would too. Now, does that mean that you're going to be completely off?
That's your main event.
I assume so. I assume you would have put the AEW World Title in the start of the show, in the street fight.
Out of it. All right, fair enough. Roman would never. Cody would though.
Cody would. Cody would definitely would. But that's the thing. I personally wouldn't have done anything like that of the source. But that's Tony Khan's mainframe right now. So what I say, I've sold you on it. I sold you enough that you'll tune in to check it out, but then you'll be checked out. after, because of what Tony Khan's about to do.
Yeah, I ain't got no interest. I ain't got no interest. I mean, watch clips. I'll watch clips. I get enough of what I need with AEW.
Let me say,
like if I watch it long form, I feel like I would hate myself.
Let me ask you this, just for the people out there.
I hate myself watching WWE too. Just to be,
I was gonna just say that, yeah, because if you watch that entire SmackDown, you can give AEW its look. You can give AEW its 2 hours if you can watch a 3-hour SmackDown.
And that's another thing. Like AEW, do they give you a chance to breathe?
As in, like, between matches or between,
like, everything is 1,000 miles per hour, and like in between matches, like people still walking to the back, and the next match is already going on. Like, do they give you a chance to breathe in AEW, or are they still putting on? Let's say you got a 2-hour show, and you still fit in 27 matches. Like they put three rings in because they're trying to all get their shit in.
Yeah, you get time to breathe.
Where's Sonny Kiss?
Is that Black Excellence too?
That's Black Excellence. His representation. Where is he?
Nyla Rose black.
Let's see if Nyla Rose is black. What if she's Samoan?
Is she in the bloodline?
Oh shit! Is Nyla? Is that with a Y or a I? Is Nyla Rose black? Is she still in AEW?
Yes, she
yes.
Had matches.
Nyla Rose, a professional wrestler and actress, is of both African American and Native American. I don't know.
That's why they say the native beast. This makes sense.
Heritage.
Okay.
She is also a transgender woman. All right.
Well, we didn't need that. Yeah,
so she's black.
Okay. Well, Nyla Rose was getting heavy pushed a lot. Now, as of recent, it hasn't been as much. But Nyla Rose was getting pushed a lot in the early stages, going into like 2020. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us today. And it's been nice knowing y'all. You know, this is the last time we're ever gonna do a video. It's downhill from here. It's about to get canceled all the way. Be sure to check out all of WYZA's channels.
Am I wrong?
We're not. Hey, that belt used to be trash, by the way. I don't know if you remember that little mini belt they used to have. Yeah.
Go ahead, sign us out. Fuck that belt. Fuck Nyla. Fuck Rio. Fuck AEW's representation of black excellence. Fuck Tony.
Okay.
Fuck their belts.
Right.
She beat.
Yeah. She got 18 belts too.
Moxley not bleeding anymore.
Right. He might bleed on Wednesday, but all right.
He's now LGBT.
If Moxley bleeds on Wednesday, are you back?
No. Him bleeding in the first place ain't had me there. Why would I care if he bleed now? I just say it because he don't bleed no more. Fuck that guy. Moxley sold out the Shield. This should be Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman's reign at WrestleMania, but we gotta stick with Phil because he wants to point at the sign. Fuck that guy. When's the last time Phil cut a good promo?
Yeah.
Well, then again, he did stand on the table and yell at people, so there's that.
He didn't. CM Punk hasn't cut a good promo since 2013.
Is that when that was Indian style?
Last time he cut a good promo. But if you look at his promo, then and now, the passion is gone. He's faking it.
Yeah, he's just the company guy now. So I digress. Go ahead. I'll let you sign us out. I introduced us. I'll sign us out. Make sure you put yourself over.
Of course. Thank you, the crash outs of Over the Top with WYZA. And thank you to the people at the MVP's Lounge for joining us today. All of the links for WYZA will be down in the description box, and mine will be down in WYZA's as well for all the crash outs over there.
If you see the dumb shit I just did,
I'm glad I didn't see it. Disappointing. Follow us again on our Twitter links at the MVP's Lounge, and follow WYZA at WYZA Now on Twitter.
This outro thing isn't that easy, is it?
Nah, not when you sign up both people. Yeah, it'd be crazy, ain't it? But yeah, next time.
Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation, back and forth dialogue that I had here with Marquez of the MVPs from the MVPs Lounge. I am going to be signing out. Here we are at the end of the video. You can click on one of these two videos that I have, at least on my channel. I don't know what he has as an outro on it. Oh, I do. It's gonna be the
USA characters welcome.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.